Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to... Oh, right, we had a bunch of side quests. Yeah, welcome back to Octopath Traveler. So, the game is finally out. We've carried over our save data from the demo. If you've somehow missed the first 4 episodes, please go back and watch them. It's not even the demo, it's straight up the full game.
This is interesting, how the trees with the pixels in the foreground sort of become transparent when you're passing around them.
This game, I mean, it is in 3D, but this game does a very good job of making the 2D sprites work really well in a 3D environment. I've noticed there's some scanline problems, but that's about it. Anyway, what did this person want? Let's see, Hunter's Rights. Bagged a giant boar. Don't see... Oh, your reputation in town will suffer if you fail. Okay. So this guy just needs practice? I'm not entirely sure. We're just going to wreck this.
Can we hear the original soundtrack for this game?
What original soundtrack for this game?
I'm still hearing Abzu.
Oh. You need the... Oh, you do need the purple. Sorry. I'm listening to the correct thing. You are not. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Changing up our...
the best. Alright, you're good to go.
Okay, good.
There. Now you can listen to the correct thing.
There we go. Now we have the upbeat battle music, the growls,
Yep. Get 'em, giant cat! The one thing I don't like about it is I notice the sprites get kind of weird looking in combat. There's kind of like a weird like scanline-y effect over it.
It seemeth we've won.
I don't know, did that... well, let's see, if I go... No, I can't actually go in here. So what did she want?
Oh right, she was longing to visit her husband.
Daren't go alone.
Oh right, we have the escort mission. That was what we needed
But I don't know if we can.
Really? Is it because we haven't reached the zone she needs to go to? I mean, she has a
No.
special...
I think it's a different... Each character has different abilities.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we have to have a character... Oh, the dancer. Or the dancer or a different character. So each character has their special moves, so
she can provoke and he can steal.
Yeah. And so Honnet, I bet... not Honnet. There's a different character we have to find that actively escorts characters to and from. The dancer, what I remember, would let you recruit NPCs and bring them with you as, like, fighters. Mm-hmm. So I bet we either have to go get the dancer or somebody else to escort her.
Maybe the fighter, given you need a bodyguard? Are you... Oh, so you're stealing from the townsfolk?
Nope, I'm beating the hell out of them. Oh,
this guy has a higher strength. I don't know if you can take him.
So, so when it's higher than 1, they're actually really hard. Anyway, we'll deal with this later. Side quests I think we're going to do as a separate deal entirely. Mm-hmm. Dancer and Priestess can guide people to follow you. Okay, so we're gonna... Honestly, I was gonna actually...
I thought we were going to go to the Priestess next.
Yeah. How do we... World map. There we go. So we've got Ophelia, the Priestess.
Yep.
And then... Probably Cyrus?
Yeah. Why don't we go to Ophelia and then Cyrus?
Yeah. What I was thinking we do is just kind of go the full loop.
Except for is the second.
I'm probably going to leave Primrose and Ulbrich for last.
Because you've experienced
Because I've already done that before, and we can head back for Alphen.
Alright.
Oh, I love the music for this. Right. That was one thing I was going to do. Is it miscellaneous settings? Sound effects.
Octopath Traveler.
Octopath Traveler. And that was interesting.
I'm turning up the music a little bit and the sound effects down a bunch. I don't know. I don't like sound effects in games. Like, it's nice to know when a noise is there, but unless it's like a first-person shooter...
They can get repetitive because it's a constant sword swing or a bash.
But, like, yeah. Like, in Doom, the sound effects meant a lot to me because the sound effects were really, really satisfying.
You mean the crush of a demon's skull being smashed in and
Yeah, well,
gore splattering everywhere.
No. Like there was I mean, yes, but there was also kind of like a blam effect, if that makes sense. Like when you fired a gun, it felt and sounded good. And for me, that's really important in first-person shooters. Whereas like this, hearing like, you know, whoosh and swing and whatever, like that's gonna get really repetitive. Let's see. So who do we steal from?
I suppose it's
Mossy Meat.
Perhaps because of perspective.
Maybe.
You're controlling these characters, they're puppets, but they're not you.
Oh, that's a good point. So you're saying, like, immersion, maybe?
Yes.
You know, you're probably right about that. Because I have no interest in immersion in the gameplay. Because it is pure gameplay. Well, no, it's like, it's third person. Whereas in Doom, I am effectively the character, or the character is an avatar, direct avatar of me. There's so many creatures I've never seen before. I've been able to gather rare furs, claws and tusks galore. Alright, and...
You're gonna... Okay, provoke. I thought that you're gonna steal.
Nope.
Considering he just said that
don't worry about that. So,
tusks.
so admittedly, I've titled the stream, "What's yours is now mine." ... I don't think I'm actually going to be stealing from a whole lot of people here, because I'm going to do that. Admittedly, almost all of it off camera.
Now, are these just friendly brawls, or are you actually
these are friendly
beating people
brawls.
up?
Yeah, it's kind of like a practice with me, random person. At which point I beat the tar out of them.
Seems a little
my
final,
cat.
considering they burst into a shower of sparkles.
They're just on the ground and they're like, ah.
Again, it seemeth we have won.
Yep. No, we effectively are just kind of like...
Oh, that's pretty. I like the glitter.
It is nice, yeah.
Snow.
Okay, so we're going to want to head southish.
It almost reminds me of one of those greeting cards you get at Christmas time. All the glitter glued to it.
Yep.
And how it gets all over your fingers and all over the envelopes.
I've never liked glitter that much. I always found glitter to be kind of annoying.
This is the beginning of your end.
What manner of creatures are these? Is that thing... It's a cat? A cat that's wearing clothes, perhaps?
Yeah, Kate's. They're not vulnerable to it.
Hmm.
Letting the hunt.
Okay. So the Kates will escape from you. Or... So, effectively, if you figure out what a Kate is vulnerable to...
Out of my way.
And hit them or whatever, you can, you get extra treasure. They're loot goblins, effectively.
Oh, I see. For some reason, I recall in other fantasy series cats being depicted with hoards of gold or a sack on their back. Is it because they're depicted as thieves? You think?
Possibly, yeah.
I always thought they were supposed to be creatures of fortune in other cultures too.
Oh, I killed it.
Oh. Weren't supposed to do that?
I don't know. I was hoping to find whatever it was weak to, but no, I just straight up murked it. But that works for me. Yeah, her multi-shot. No.
What just happened? Was that because of the Kate?
Yeah, it is. Woohoo! That was all right. I'm sorry, I could get excited about things.
I know, it's just they're our neighbors.
Well, they could go play Octopath and understand.
Watch the husky next door start howling.
So the recommended level for the next section we're going to is 7.
Definitely over level.
How many levels did we gain? About 8, I think.
We're at level 15 now. 14 and 15 or
14
something?
and 15. That's how you power level. Turns out, find Kate, murder the crap out of it.
This is a danger level 25.
Oh. Whoops. Yeah, let's not.
And now you're going into danger level 4.
Yep. We were... That was...
Fortunate?
Whee! Yeah! That's some Cactuar nonsense. It really is. Holy shit, yeah, because effectively you have a high chance of missing, but since she's attacking 5 to 8 times...
Are these lizard folk?
Out of my way.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, lizardmen? In an Arctic environment?
Eh. I mean, they're ice lizard men, if that makes a difference.
I'm trying to think of a lizard that actually dwells in snow, and it's not happening. I believe most northern snakes and such, don't they hide in a hole in the wintertime?
Very possibly. Ooh.
I just would assume that because they're cold-blooded and need to sun themselves and stay in warm environments, that I mean, think about pet lizards and pet snakes and such, and tortoises and whatnot. They need those heat lamps.
Yep. Vulnerable to fire. And probably axes. I wonder if I can capture these guys. No, not sword. Keep doing wildfire.
I also believe that reptiles have 3 chambers to their heart.
Maybe.
It's rather
Can I
interesting.
capture this? Mine. Mine.
Oh, you're capturing
Yoink.
a
Yeah, you can
humanoid
just. She can
creature?
just capture monsters. Turns out this is secretly a monster collection game. Oh, we got some JP to spend. I should probably spend it. Let's see. Skills. Learn skills. Okay, so... Oh. Well. He's a bit off. Let's do lightning damage. And we've just learned... equip a support skill. Okay, heightened senses. Increased chance of attacking first in battle. Oh, cool.
a treasure chest.
Yeah. I'm crossing my fingers that we run into another Kate. How hilarious would it be if we just ran into a bunch of...
Maybe when you acquire a new character, that would be beneficial.
I mean, I don't mind if my entire team ends up being wildly, like, skewed in terms of level. It might also be based on, like, average party level or, like, any number of things.
Letting the hunt begin.
Oh, no, wrong one. There we go.
Out of my way.
Let's see. Deep skills, wildfire. Other one.
Don't wait.
There we go. I love the stun system in this game. Like, I know this kind of combat doesn't interest you that much, but, like, for me, I live for this kind of game. Because this whole... no, this guy has garbage. I love...
just found what we were doing with Darksiders entertaining, and
Well, it's
turn-based
because...
content.
It's because Darksiders
combat.
is, like, a legitimately really fun game. Whereas, like, this... I think it's because the battles don't have this, like, feeling of excitement.
I like it when battles are staged, where they tell a story in and of themselves. These, they always have the backdrop of the generic environment. There's no
that's fair.
story to these critters. They don't really have a reason to attack you.
That is entirely fair. Give me some SP. Thank you. Holy
Whereas
crap,
it
that's
seems like in
effective.
adventure games, every combat scenario is different for the most part, and they
I mean, the
introduce a new
monsters in
creature.
Darksiders are definitely samey. They
They're
are
recycled,
adding more.
but they add more. They add different mechanics, and
Well, these enemies technically are varied and have different mechanics. I'm just so over-leveled and, decent at the game that, like, I can more or less just bully them into non-existence. Let's see. Oh, there we go. God, I love the soundtrack for this game.
I think this is also a sleepy soundtrack,
It is a very sleepy
with
soundtrack.
the exception of the battles.
Yeah. Honestly, I actually wish I could just turn off battle music in JRPGs. Like, it'd be really nice if I could just say, I don't want to listen to it.
Maybe
I
if
want
they cycled battle music. I remember playing Guild Wars 2. I began to get tired of the battle theme every
Yeah.
time you ran into a random monster mob.
Whereas, like...
It'd be nice if there was a different battle theme for every zone.
Yeah, that'd be a bit tough.
Is that the case for this, or is it the same music? It sounds like the same theme from the forest.
It's the same music, I think, across the board. Like, we're going to be hearing this song a lot, unfortunately. No, the thing that I'd prefer actually is if you know, like the just world music when we're running around in the field. I just wish that's what we had to listen to when
It'd
we're.
be too sleepy.
I guess kinda. I'd still kind of enjoy Sleepy. I don't know. I don't mind Sleepy that much. I just got done playing a very, very sleepy game, so like my standards are very low right now.
Oh, a torch.
Yep.
Means we're approaching civilization at last.
Yeah, sorta. I'm just kind of wandering around doing.
Now, was that the village up north, or was that just
No,
another
it's
path?
it was like a village or a city down south.
To do.
Okay.
You surprised your
Out of my
foe.
way.
The foxes are not weak to dagger, but they are weak to bow. Aha! Is D&D tomorrow or Sunday? D&D actually is probably going to get put off for a week, unfortunately. I am... There's... How do I put this? Screw art thieves! Effectively, I'm just having a really bad week. And... I'm going to pretty much spend a lot of tomorrow dealing with signing up for a trademark and a bunch of other things, and I'm just...
I think I'm going to keep an eye. There's an artist that I follow, and she recently put out a really cool looking shirt design that is a fox skull with crystals and stuff coming out of it. And she uses Redbubble. So I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if I look up this shirt over the next few days, if I'm going to find nearly as many of these fraudulent things. Like, does she have this down to a T and can completely nullify all the copycats because they are just a DMCA pro? Or is it potentially because of the venue that you displayed your initial work?
I have
Because
no
it
idea.
seems to be a problem with Amazon merch from what I've been poking around.
At the same time, they straight up just stole my my whole channel banner. So, yeah, for people that are watching this video that haven't somehow heard, I've been targeted by an art thief that's like very aggressively stealing, like,
or several art thieves, I
yeah,
think.
possibly several. Monster in these parts. It seems nowhere safe from this clamor. I don't know. Anyway.
And they're gonna fight you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fight this random old man.
Then be hunted.
Didn't you run into a random old man in another city and he ended up kicking your butt?
Yes, but this is not one of those old men.
I will not be thy prey, letting the hunt begin.
Gambardillo. We have a heal. Try Forest Fox. I'll get more. Hey, he's weak to sword. There we go. Old man has a bow. He's not very dangerous. And he is dead.
The hunt
Farewell, old man. You were not a worthy foe. Yeah, part of the reason why I fight these people is because they give me items. I can't fight everybody. Like this family. Can't murder them. Or them. I can only go
You
after
don't even
people
have the
that I
option
can
to
attack.
talk with them.
Hey.
Let's see. What about this
What did he
random
said?
merchant?
What was he hearing?
It gets cold here, so, here.
Oh.
I hear it gets quite cold here, so items that can keep you warm are a must.
Oh.
That
of
they
course.
are.
Sounds like he's from out of town then.
That they are, merchant. That they are. He wants to sell our merchant.
standest thou against me? Then be
Want to use the
hunted.
new lightning spell. I can't use the new lightning spell against townspeople, unfortunately. So her provoke, more or less, is send animals at random townsfolk.
Coming.
I'm probably just gonna keep sending Lind at them because I don't actually know if I'm gonna be able to break this guy's armor. Did we get sleeped?
Letting my arrow
No.
fly
I guess I'll try the Forest Fox. And he's just dead. Never
Now,
mind.
do those creatures you summon lose HP over time?
Yeah,
you
so
have to
each time you
catch
capture
new
one,
ones?
you get 5 attacks from them.
Oh.
And so there are some very specific, reasons why. Oh, interesting. I think the equipment scales up.
Of course I'm yawning. I never like inventory management.
Yeah, it's not really a thing, but tough it out for a little while, because we do actually need to do this stuff.
Oh, I know. I just recall when you would do it between recording sessions, when we're at the end of an extensive plot point, and you go, okay, we've progressed far enough. I'll do all of our inventory management before we proceed to the next area.
Yeah, unfortunately, can't do.
No, I understand. At least you know what your characters are capable of equipping. She's pretty much just an archer, and is he a dagger?
So she uses axes and bows, and he uses daggers and swords.
Ah.
Yep. Problem is, we've got a bunch of interesting items that I could get here. So we could get a great sword, increases his physical attack.
You can equip great swords, or because it's considered a sword.
Increases his physical attack by a bunch, but does only gives him a certain amount of speed. Whereas alternatively, I could go with the spirit sword at the cost of all of my money, which is physical attack and elemental attack, plus 60. But I think that only applies to his fire spell. Whereas, like, we have the Wolf's Bow, which is a little bit more of an all-rounder, or the Killer Bow, also an all-rounder. Some rods, some linens, and obviously some equipment. I might want to go for the cheaper
It only seems to bring up their stats by increments of, what, 20, 30?
That's still, I mean, that's still like a 20% increase. 15% increase, and like for games like these it matters. I mean,
It would help if there was an item level. I always prefer if there are item levels so that you know what a sword is comparable to. Because these, considering that this is only a level 4 zone, was it? These weapons could be subpar compared to something you'll get in the next zone.
Yeah, they probably will be, but it's kind of one of those where if you wait too long, you're going to run into a fight that's just going to kind of kick your butt. Oh, interesting. Provides an elemental attack bonus versus an SP bonus. Let's get her a pointy hat. Okay. Yeah, I'll get Therian sorted at a different point. Maybe after I go on my stealing spree. Okay, so we want to sell the Composite Bow. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to go through and like sell all the old crap, and inventory management is not fun, but I am kind of poor for now. Okay, that's good enough. Let's actually start the quest.
Liana, wait! I will perform the kindling in your stead. Her name is Ophelia, and she is a cleric. In her home of flame grace, the great cathedral towers above all. Within its sheltering walls, she spends her days in service to the flame. She has been helping Liana, her dear friend and sister, prepare for the kindling, a holy pilgrimage carried out but once every 20 years. But on the eve of Liana's departure, tragedy strikes, and Ophelia steels herself to set out on the pilgrimage, breaking the traditions of her faith in the hopes of keeping her adopted family together. She will need brave allies on the path that she has chosen.
Okay, so take Ophelia along. Yes. Hear the beginning of her tale. Yes. So, by the way, I was looking at some reviews for this game. They are very glowing, which I should mention. However, they did comment that almost none of the stories actually feature any crossover between the characters. Usually it's like they'll have separate vignettes where they interact as friends. But their stories are all generally self-contained from what I've heard. I don't actually know if there's like an overarching plot across all of them, or if it literally is just 4 separate stories. I guess we'll find out.
come in. May the sacred flame light your path on this fine day. And may it ever shine its warmth upon you.
Oh, I guess it's been confirmed that there's a post-game story / dungeon that ties it together. Good.
Okay, that's
Okay. I mean, we're gonna do every single story anyway, but that helps.
Man, they're so giggly.
How many times have we said those words? And yet, they seem to take on a whole new meaning now. Each day is one day closer to my departure. Perhaps I'm more nervous than I thought I was. Liana? You needn't worry about me. I was born to make the pilgrimage. My father did the same 20 years ago. As his daughter, I cannot let him down. You really are incredible, Liana. I don't know how you do it. What? As the Archbishop's only true-born daughter, everyone always expects so much from you. And yet you never fail them. Each of your sermons is more inspiring than the last. And now, the pilgrimage. So much is placed on you alone. Don't be silly. I'm not alone. I have you, don't I? And everyone at the cathedral. Why, you're the one who helped me think of a topic for that last sermon, Ophelia. You even stayed up nights with me to draft it. A willing set of ears and a few pretty words, that's all I could offer you. I wish I could do something that would truly help you. Oh, abandon such worries and come, my sister. Father is expecting us in the chapel.
Oh, thank goodness these pilgrimages don't end in death.
I mean, they could. This is a Square Enix game.
What father are they referring to? Her father, who left on the last pilgrimage 20 years ago, or just a father as in a holy father of the church?
Yeah, they didn't really like explain it properly. So the question is, should I lower the voice or
the
here.
music? I think you need to lower the music.
Yeah,
so the
that's
voice
what I was
acting...
thinking. The music's a little loud. I didn't remember it being here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop it down even more, crank up the voice acting in comparison, and so was Shell reading that? No, Shell was not reading that.
I'll be reading all the parts that aren't voice acted.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit more obvious.
Major cutscenes already have voice acting.
Okay, Wander, you're loud. That's because I was leaning into the mic. Sorry about that. And also, I don't know, I'm kind of honking today, if that makes sense.
In the beginning, the 13 gods created the land. They shaped the mountains, filled the seas, gave life to mighty trees and myriad beasts. And then, they created men, who would become masters of the land. Yet, one god, Galdera, was too greedy to part with his creations.
Take that for a second. I want to get a pillow.
Okay. I'll continue reading these little lore tidbits. Am I supposed to hold down B? A. Oh. And so, the 12 deities of good were forced into a desperate struggle with the cruel Galdera, lord of the most infernal magics. In the end, the conflict was brought to a close by Elfric. Is it Elfric? Probably Elfric, the Flamebringer, lord of all that is holy. Elfric called astral fire down upon Galdera, sapping his strength, then sealed him away in the afterworld. A divine flame to chase the shadows. This is the sacred flame that shines down on the land of Orsterra.
Yep.
These are interesting words. Orsterra. bringing warmth and guidance to its people.
Guess I can take it back. Yeah, I just needed a back pillow. My back hurt yesterday.
People are like, the voice acting's incredible there.
There you are, my girls.
Yeah, so I don't think... I think Archbishop Joseph is just Father Joseph.
Well,
But not that one girl's father.
because the father was another archbishop.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll
so
find out.
is this another archbishop, or is this the... I don't know. We'll have to see.
Your Excellency, may the sacred flame ever light your path. Have you need of us here, Father?
I wish to see you, that is all. Do carry on with your duties.
As you wish, Your Excellency.
You know, he might actually be her father.
Oh, so people don't die in the pilgrimages then? Perhaps?
Maybe? I mean, they said tragedy struck, so maybe they die before the pilgrimage. Haha!
Liana gets injured or something.
It is as if the two of you have become women grown in but the blink of an eye. How long has it been, Ophelia, since you came to us?
15 years, Your Excellency, or near enough so.
15 years. I suppose it is little wonder that you have grown so.
I was but an orphan, Your Excellency, starving and sickly. I would not have lived to see this day if you had not taken me in. I may not have said it enough growing up, but my heart is full of gratitude for all that you have given me.
No need for such words, my child. We all follow the path the flame illuminates for us.
Come on, Feely. We're family. You, Father, and I. There's no need to be so formal about it.
Ah.
Why should you have to thank us for being with you? That's what family's for.
So this is her father.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
the archbishop that's also her father, one and the same. Okay, that's good. You don't die on the pilgrimage.
Of course. You're right, Liana.
Or maybe you die on this one. Maybe the father struck a Faustian deal, you know.
With Galdera.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he had to go on the journey and effectively was like, don't kill me. I'll send someone next time in my stead.
He doesn't seem like a bad
No,
man.
probably not. I'm just theorizing crazy talk right now.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, Father may be a great archbishop in here, but we both know he's just an old layabout at home. Isn't that right, Father?
An old layabout? Oh, you wound me, Liana.
I know your duties at the cathedral keep you busy, Father, but honestly, you're no help at all when it comes to keeping a household running. Would it kill you to cook a meal or dust the bookshelves from time to time?
Oh my. When you put it that way, I suppose I am quite useless after all.
So even the great and beloved Archbishop falls short in the discerning eye of his daughter.
So it would seem, Ophelia. So it would seem. Now, tell me, Liana. Are you prepared for your journey to the Cave of Origin?
But of course, Father. I am ready.
In the deepest recess of that cave is where you will find the first flame. You will take the ember to the churches across the realm, where it will serve to light the sacred fires that warm and protect all the lands. This is the kindling, the time-honored rite held without fail once every 20 years since the days of old. Your journey will not be an easy one. As soon as you step foot into the wilderness, you will be met with lawless villains and savage beasts. Yes, many a servant of the church has made this journey throughout our history. Some have never returned. But I know you can do this, my daughter. Everyone has put their faith in you.
You have my word, Father. I won't let anyone down. I will carry out the rite, just as you did 20 years before.
Very good, my child. Very good.
Father? Are you all right, Your Excellency?
What if this happens to all flame bearers? They inhaled the smoke of the sacred flame? No, that's terrible. I don't know why I thought that.
That'd
Maybe
be kind of tacky. 20 years down the line, bam! Lung cancer. Ugh.
Shouldn't joke about that.
No, I shouldn't.
It's nothing to worry yourselves over. Just my years announcing their advance.
Oh, you mustn't sound so gloomy, Your Excellency. There is still so much we would learn from you before we let you call yourself Archbishop Emeritus. Ophelia is right, Father. Like she always is. You should retire for the day and let your body recuperate. We can handle things from here. We will let the Pontiff know that you are resting in your chambers, sir.
When my two girls insist, who is this old man to deny them?
We will take care of everything, Your Excellency. I'll see Father back to his chambers. Thank you, Liana. I will see to our duties here.
So, I wonder,
Well then,
is the sacred flame always blue?
Uh,
It would distinguish it from other flames.
Yeah.
And it means that it burns hotter than a normal flame.
yep.
Oh, do I have to read? I thought she just spoke.
She said, okay then.
Oh, they do the thing where they...
Yep. So now that we're out of the cutscene and we're just kind of into...
She has a much higher pitched voice than I originally pegged Ophelia for from the images.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose I had best start preparing for the next service at once. Oh my. What is a child doing here all alone? What is the matter, child?
It's my mama! She's gone! And I can't find her anywhere! Come back, mama! Don't leave me all alone!
won't you come with me?
Now. Let's dry those tears. Why don't I help you look for your mother?
Can you really find her?
Of course.
Of course, my child. The sacred flame will show us the way. Though, I should be preparing for the service. No. I simply cannot abandon this poor boy. If I hurry, I should be able to finish everything in time.
Okay. Utilize each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. So she can guide people.
Ah. Let the flame guide your path.
Really? You'll really help me find her?
Good day.
The holy blue fire of...
He sounded like this. Didn't he?
1 second.
Good
Oh,
day.
the holy blue fire of Aelfric protects us and leads us through the darkness. There are rumors, however, of heretics who worship the black flame of evil.
Ah.
Anyway, so we've recruited a useless child. I can now recruit this man as well. Wait, question.
Another
So,
cleric?
summonable 9, skills prayer. They actually put a limit on the number of times you can summon these guys.
Interesting. Then don't.
Hello.
Many worshippers come to this cathedral to receive the guidance of the sacred flame. Yes.
Okay, good. You didn't abandon the boy.
No. So in the original prototype of this game, you could recruit somebody and they effectively were your sub party member forever. So I recruited a 3-strength old man, and he just demolished things for me, including like the boss and like some other
Considering
things.
you can go up to 10 strength or however many diamonds,
Yeah.
3 just seems so small in comparison.
Yeah, but at the time he was stronger than any monster, and he was just the guy that said like, "Welcome to Orsterra," you know, just like that's the only thing he would say.
Isn't it terrible that my first thought when she was in the cathedral alone with the little boy was that it was going to turn out to be a demon or some other creature?
I mean, it might still be,
yeah,
or probably not.
leading her away from town.
Mother!
Oh, okay, never mind.
Young man!
There you are. Oh, Sister Ophelia. How can I thank you for taking care of this little troublemaker of mine? And you! How many times must I tell you not to wander off on your own? Actually, pray, do not scold the poor boy. He was so brave and good this whole time.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're too kind, Sister Ophelia. I know how busy you are with your duties at the chapel. Thank you for helping me despite that. It is no wonder that the Archbishop is so proud of his 2 daughters. 2 daughters? Surely you must know that he is forever boasting of you and your sister Liana both. Huh? Truly? He does?
But of course.
Well, I suppose she did say but of course already.
Yeah, whatever.
Almost every time I speak to him. Come along now, you. Thanks, Sister Ophelia. Then it's back home with you.
Thanks! Oh,
Thank you.
thank you, Sister Ophelia.
It was my pleasure, child. But do try to stay with your mother in the future, yes?
I see.
Your Excellency. I will do all I can to be the daughter you would want me to be.